Well, guys, fake news CNN, of course, is now addressing the fact that creepy, sleepy, sleazy, slimy, sloppy Joe is about to go. And, fake crapper want to come out and talk about Joe Biden and, him coming to an end and all of this stuff. So let's see what he got to say as the creep gets ready to go ahead and leave the White House. What's going on, America? Welcome to Kevin's Corner, where I try to make some sense out of nonsense. Before we get into this video, I need y'all to do me a favor. Hit that like button, share my videos. Please make sure you subscribe. Make sure your notification buttons are turned on to all. Subscribe to my alternative channel, just in case YouTube give me the slip or something. You'll know how to find me. Don't forget to check me out with all the podcasts and follow me on Rumble in the Jungle. All the links are listed below. If you want to donate to my channel, feel free. Those links are below as well. Now, with no further ado,
welcome to my party. We're just getting started.
It's about 8 minutes from now, President Biden is set to speak from the Oval Office. This will be his farewell address to the nation after 4 years in office, which began on the single deadliest day of the COVID pandemic and just 14 days after the worst attack on American democracy since the Civil War.
See? Why do you think I call him fake crapper? This man right here, who, of course, tried to tell us that, Joe Biden has a stuttering problem, but then later on, when he laid that egg out there on that stage with Trump, he went and attacked Joe Biden, was mad that the White House was lying and all of this stuff and covering up his stuttering problem, I guess. But anyway, that stuttering problem quickly turned into mental decline. And now here he is. You would have thought this guy would have learned, but no. See, when he did that and exposed Joe Biden's mental decline, it wasn't because he really repented. It was because they said it's okay now to go after Joe. That's why he did that. And to show that it was fake, look what he's doing now. This man just said, the greatest attack on the homeland since the Civil War. Are you kidding me? See, it's crap like that that gives the news a bad name. The Civil War, guys. Yeah, so nobody in their right mind really believes that this was the greatest attack on the homeland since the Civil War. And if you do, you're suffering from a severe case of Trump derangement syndrome and delusion. I didn't see these Civil War folks coming in with nothing but MAGA hats on and cell phones. Yeah, they actually had a plan. They had guns. They were trying to take over. They were trying to put in place their own government. All of that stuff. That didn't happen when J6 took place. But according to fake, that's what happened when Joe Biden, came into office. It was that bad. And that's the narrative that they're going to try to hang on to for, ever. And to prove that he's fake crapper, here's an old clip of him being as fake as he always been.
It's been a time of several significant and utterly avoidable failures. Most tragically, of course, the unwillingness to respect facts and science and do everything that can be done to save lives during a pandemic. It has been a time where truth and fact were treated with disdain. It is a time of cruelty where official inhumanity, such as child separation, became the official shameful policy of the United States.
Now, see, this was back when fake crapper was up there praising Joe Biden when he won. Yeah, and dogging Trump, talking about, Trump, the no facts and the COVID stuff in it. And come to find out that it was really CNN spreading dis and misinformation about COVID and censoring everybody. Remember, you weren't supposed to get it if you got the shot and all of this stuff, and it didn't come from the Wuhan lab, and Trump saying it's the Chinese virus that was racist and all of this, and then the separation of children. Yeah, we were doing that, way before Obama did it, I guess. Yeah, we were doing all of that stuff because Trump's just evil like that. So this was him being fake. That's why I know that fake crapper has not changed. He hasn't changed, but here he is now trying to, say bon voyage to creepy sleepy.
But now the Trump presidency is coming to an end.
And it's back now.
To an end. With so many squandered opportunities and ruined potential, but also an era of just plain meanness.
Meanness, y'all. The baby on the bus goes around.
It must be said, to paraphrase President Ford, for tens of millions of our fellow Americans, their long national nightmare is over.
Well, that nightmare must be back, because you whack fake crapper. That's what you are. So yeah, the nightmare came to an end. I guess the nightmare's back. And I love it. Because to us, it's a wonderful dream. To them, it's a nightmare. But Fake Rapper's not on his own, because Fake behind Jim Acosta, he has something to say about Creepy's last address to the nation, trying to suggest that we have to protect the news and the Democrats because of all of this dis and misinformation that's now being thrown around. And it's dangerous. It's dangerous to the Democrats' narrative and to the fake news. That's it. They're the only ones that use terms like dis and misinformation and declaring it to be dangerous, because what they really want is some censorship. So let's see what Jim Acosta had to say about Creepy's farewell speech.
I want to take a moment to talk about something President Biden said during his farewell address. He warned the free press is crumbling in this country. I would add that's only if we the people let that happen.
No. We the people ain't got nothing to do with that. Y'all stopped serving we the people a long time ago when you hitched your wagon to the Democrat Party and decided to become a propaganda mouthpiece for them. So now we the people are speaking by your ratings declining and by us not believing you anymore and by us debunking all of your lies and stuff. And that's why you got to come out and do a hit piece like this on we the people and our freedom of speech, and also echoing what Joe Biden has been told to go out and say, because Joe Biden, he didn't write that speech. They said, all right, here we got to go ahead and protect our future as Democrats and propaganda media because nobody believes us anymore. So we got to cheat and try to say it's only because y'all are lying on us and it's dis and misinformation, and that's dangerous. And if you give us enough power, we will definitely shut down freedom of speech. You best believe it. Because see, freedom of speech exposes us. But here's Jim Acosta pretending that we have to save the press. No, I right now would spit on the press's grave. And this guy's talking about some we the people gotta save it.
Journalists exist to seek the truth, to tell people's stories, to lift up voices that may not be heard otherwise.
But that's what they were supposed to do until y'all became fake news.
To shine a light on injustice and to hold the powerful accountable. We are not the enemy of the people. We are the defenders of the people.
Holy moly. Encouraged all these people to get the shot and supported them forcing everybody to get the shot. Y'all were okay with the censorship going on, all of that stuff, but we're the defender of the people. You don't sound like the defender of the people right now. It sounds like you're the defenders of the Democrat Party and, of course, the fake news. But now Jim Acosta is doing it again. He's echoing what the Democrats are trying to really target. See, they always hint to it when you start hearing them all talk about the same thing. One of the most dangerous things to them and their survival in the future is freedom of speech. Every dictatorship got to go after guns and they got to go after freedom of speech. And they're the only party that's always talking about we need more censorship on the internet. And you know what? The freedom of speech is not free. And you know what? Dis and misinformation that we determine. We're the only ones to determine what dis and misinformation is. Not you guys. Not you guys. Yeah, they're the only ones that's always bringing this up. That right there is a hint about what they really want to get at, because we're about to see Jim Acosta back in the day. He's responsible for this whole narrative that they're fake news and they're the enemy of the people.
Walter Cronkite once said, freedom of the press is not just important to democracy, it is democracy. I want to take a moment to show you something. A woman sent me this sign 8 years ago. She carried it here at a march in Washington. She wrote on the back of the sign, to me and the press here in D.C., you have our support. To Nora, wherever you are, right back at you.
Right back at ya. Well, here we go. Because, see, remember, y'all wouldn't be called the fake news if it wasn't for Jim Acosta. So, Jim, this buzz for you.
If I may ask one other question, Mr. President, if I may ask one other question, are you worried?
That's enough. That's enough.
Mr. President, I was going to ask one of the other folks.
That's enough.
Pardon me, ma'am. Mr. President.
That's enough.
Mr. President, I had one other question, if I may ask, on the Russia investigation. Are you concerned that you may have?
I'm not concerned about anything with the Russian investigation because it's a hoax. That's enough. Put down the mic.
Mr. President, are you worried about indictments coming down in this investigation?
You see him sit his butt down when Trump came from around that podium? I thought, oh shoot, I done pushed it too far. Made my dad have to get up out the chair. Man, you make me get up off this couch, it's gonna be problems for you. But you keep acting a fool, and now all of a sudden, here we go. And here, oh, it's too late now. It's too late. See, you done went ahead and made him come around that podium now. Now you got to get it. You're gonna get a verbal lashing. And if one of your siblings jump in, he's gonna get it too. Like
Mr. President. Mr. President.
I'll tell you what, CNN should be ashamed of itself having you working for them. You are a rude, terrible person. You shouldn't be working for CNN. Go ahead.
I think that's unfair.
You're a very rude person. The way you treat Sarah Huckabee is horrible. And the way you treat other people are horrible. You shouldn't treat people that way. Go ahead. Go ahead, Peter, go ahead.
In Jim's defense, I've traveled with him and watched him. He's a diligent reporter who busts his butt.
Well, I'm not
like
a big
the rest
fan of
us.
yours either, so.
I understand.
See, that's what happens when you try to jump in and save your sibling when they're getting their butts whooped because they brought it on themselves. Sit back and just enjoy the show, man. But no, not you, but that in Jim's defense out there where mama, yeah, well, I'm not a fan of yours either. Now sit your butt down.
To be honest.
So let me ask you a question if I can. You repeatedly said.
You aren't the best.
Mr. President, you repeatedly, over the course of the.
Okay, just sit down, please. Well, when you report fake news, when you report fake news, which CNN does a lot, you are the enemy of the people. Go ahead.
Bam! Perfectly said. That right there. Jim Acosta was the one that set it all off and brought in the wonderful label of fake news. CNN still holds that title. They're the originals. Yeah, Trump dropped that one on him, and I know he was like, I can't believe I gave him that one. That was beautiful. Rolled off the tongue perfectly. Timed it up just right because Jim Acosta was up there talking about something. But Mr. President, I want to question. He goes, no, Jim, I'm not going to give you a question. But Mr. President, no, Jim, I'm not going to. No, I'm not going to. You know why? Because you are fake news. And everybody was like, oh, yeah, we're not supposed to be laughing about that because we're the fake news too. But boy, I'm glad he didn't say that about our network because we're fake news too. Jim Acosta brought that all on himself and the whole network. And now the title is distributed across all left-wing Democrat propaganda media. Fake news. So they trying to give Creepy Sleepy a farewell. But nope, because they made Creepy into what he is. Creepy, sleepy, sleazy, slimy, sloppy Joe. They did that. So don't get up there now trying to talk about, the president and this and that. The president didn't do nothing. Y'all all know that dude slept through his whole presidency because y'all helped him. Y'all were the ones singing a lullaby. Go to sleep while we cover for you. That's what they did. So I just got to call them out. Fake news and fake crapper. God bless y'all. God bless America. Don't forget. Hit the like button, share my videos, follow me on all the other social media platforms. Links are below. Want to support the channel, check out Kevin's Corner Store for some merch, or you can just donate to my Cash App and my PayPal. And also set your notifications to all. Please do that for me, okay? All right. And we'll see y'all probably every weeknight at 7 p.m. when I go live. All right. God bless. Take care.